Ah, yeah, today we're talking about how to level up your sexual energy. So, what does it take to have reliable erections, erections on demand, spontaneous erections, and morning erections? In other words, how do you level up your sexual energy so you're a 10 on the sexual performance scale? And of course, stay there for a long time. And hey, this is Brian, aka Uncle B, and for the last 22 years I've been a men's performance coach with African Fly, the liquid aphrodisiac. And today specifically, what we're going to talk about is how to figure out where you are on the sexual performance scale and how to take that up to a 10. Also, I'm going to break down what things can hold you back and what you can do about that. And of course, I got a solution for you. You know, your uncle got you taken care of. And a shout out to my man, Country Living Guy. And he says, I took your advice from your videos, gave up sugar, and increased my fruit and vegetable intake. I have been losing weight, getting more erections, and I no longer wake up in the morning feeling like ish. Keep that up. Good living. That's good living. And of course, if you like what you hear, go ahead, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell so we can get some more of this information to you. And what I'm going to do, energy-wise, is break this down till it cannot be broken anymore. All right, so let's get into it because I created the sexual performance scale as a coach so I can help guys figure out where they are, and you have a scale. You can figure out where you need to get to. So what it is, it's a scale from 1 to 10. 10 means everything works. 1 means you need to go to the hospital. Most guys are in that 5, 6, 7 range where you're just unreliable. Now, if you're trying to get to a 10, you need to understand the upper range, where basically an 8 means that you're having erections on demand. That you just think of something and you can have an erection. A 9 means you have spontaneous erection, like, ooh, look at that. An erection. And a 10 means morning erection. You just wake up and it's waking up with you. Oh. It's the morning wood. This is also a sexual energy scale because the purpose of sex is to make a baby, which is a ball of energy. In other words, it takes energy to make energy. The higher you are on the sexual performance scale, that means the healthier you are and the more energy you have. Now, of course, there are benefits to being a 10. We're talking about better sex, more control, more stamina. You get to last longer, last as long as you want, ejaculate strongly. And of course, no premature ejaculations, no delayed ejaculations. In other words, you are in God mode and in beast mode. And basically, you're a super healthy 22-year-old. But of course, there are levels to this, so let me break that down. Sexual energy is really felt at a 9. That's when you just looking around, you just see a nice woman and you got movement down there. And you guys, you really want this. You can feel it. Some guys, you haven't felt this in a long time, but just having that natural urge, this is what we're designed to do. That urge is already there, and we don't have to think about it. That urge is like, hey, go forth and procreate.
Be fruitful and multiply. What about me?
Now, when we're talking about a 10, you're talking about pure sexual energy. Your testosterone is on high. Your sex drive is on high. Your confidence is on high. Yes, indeed. Now, let's break down some Kevin Samuel stuff. When it comes to being a 5, 6, or 7 in your sexual marketplace value, it is obviously lower because we're just talking about sex. We're not talking about high value. We're not talking about your money. We're talking about your ability to get it up and get it in. So your sexual marketplace value is your sexual performance score. The higher you are, the more value you have to the lady who you're, I mean, it's sex. This is the whole point of it. Now, here's the cool thing. The older you get and the higher your sexual performance score, the higher your sexual marketplace value, because, hey, I deal with guys who are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s who are having issues. If you're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, and 60s, and you're doing good, less competition and more opportunities. So let's get all the way into what it takes to be a 10, but we have to watch out for some things. Because there is a physical, mental, and environmental side to all of this. The physical side is it's not just that you're fit, but you're also healthy. Not only do you look good because you're giving off energy, you actually smell and taste good. Why is that? Well, you smell good because you have less toxins you're giving off. You actually have that male funk that women like. Also, you taste good because you have less toxins coming out down there. Yes, you're either serving up dead cow or a fruit bowl. You decide. So the mental side is a stress-free life. Of course, stress increases cortisol, which decreases testosterone. And men deal with stress differently as we age. You know, when you're at the age of 22, oh, you ready for that smoke. Oh, you want to fight? You walking over, you're crawling back. And you can go back and forth with her like it's no problem. What? You arguing again? Whatever. Yeah. You want to make love? Yeah. That's at age 22. At age 52, Yano, help me out with this. No. I'm sitting my ass down. Nah, we ain't arguing, we ain't fighting. As a grown man, there are 3 things that happens when you get into a fight. The hospital, jail, or the morgue. My insurance is sort of shaky. I'm too cute for jail. And my insurance is sort of shaky. I don't know if anybody getting anything from my wheel. The environmental side is huge. When I was at Howard University, let me give you a demonstration. That's the finest woman I've ever seen. That's the finest woman I've ever seen. That's the finest woman of real HU. Now, go to school, you graduate, and then you go out there in the corporate world, and what happens? Oh, now they're soccer moms and not MILFs. You're just having conversations about 401ks and retirement. That sucks. So we have an artificial environment, and basically it's just stress, not stimulation. Even the point where you're texting homegirl and telling her how good she looks. Yeah, that's not the same as you actually being there in person, walking up there, patting on the bottom and saying, hey, give Big Daddy a kiss. Yeah, that's turning you on. Emojis don't. Your relationship happiness matters. Morning erections ain't happening if you're waking up to Miss Stress Ball. So who are you dreaming about last night?
Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling, are you having another nightmare?
Why are you still breathing? No morning erections. So let's talk about what it actually does take to be a 10. Full transparency, I'm not a 10, and I came up with the damn scale. I'm a 9. And that's because, well, at 50, a lot of things have happened in my life, particularly 500 or more happy hours.
Yeah, boy.
Decades of meat eating, levels of ridiculous stress, tons of that white stuff. I'm talking about sugar and salt. Your uncle ain't stupid. And of course, obesity. And not your feelings about obesity. I mean, the body mass indicate, yeah. I've always been sort of. It gets very difficult the older you get, but you can get to a 10. The youngest you will ever be is right now. So get started. So what does it take to get to a 10? Well, right here, we call it ECS 25, the ECS 25 challenge. We're talking about ESEIS, energy, sleep, exercise, intermittent fasting, and your soul, tracking it and keeping score. When you're doing this, then you can start speeding up the process of getting to an 8, 9, or 10. How long that takes depends on you and how dialed in you are. Basically, you're reverse engineering your life to get back to nature. Energy means you're constantly absorbing the right energy. We're talking about food, liquid, breathing, and sunlight. When we're talking about sleep, high quality sleep every night, holidays, weekends included. Exercise, we're talking about the right type of exercise for your goal, which is to be a sexual performance athlete. Intermittent fasting includes regular fasting, 24 hour, 48 hour, 72 hour, however long you need to fast, and being consistent. And when it comes to your soul, you have to do that meditation and actively look to remove stress. And the good news is that the ECS 25 course challenge is now live. It is a 7-part video course that breaks down everything I've been talking about in the past 250 videos. Yeah, we put it all together. This course is designed to help you succeed. We have the challenge playbook so you can get the guidance, the right information, jot down some notes for yourself. We have group and one-on-one coaching. We also have a webinar where we break down how to track and score yourself with the ECS 25 system. And most importantly, accountability. We have accountability circle that you can join in and you hold yourself and other people hold you accountable to getting to your goal. Basically, I took sexual health and turned it into a game. In those 5 different areas, you score yourself with a 5 or a 0 for that day, and you're able to track what's going on. When you get into the ECS 25 system, you will learn how to be a sexual performance athlete, which foods to eat and why, sleep tips that aren't in any of my videos, and of course, how to use the ECS 25 daily tracker. And once again, the most important thing, accountability. At the end, you also get a certificate of completion. And for those guys who know me, you know how your uncle likes to get down. We're gonna have some fun. This course is high energy. I'm not trying to put you to sleep. Full of things that you have never thought of before. We have things that are actionable, motivational, and once again, that accountability. It is a serious topic, but we're gonna have some fun. Click the link in the description below so you can sign up for the webinar so you can learn some more about what this is and how it will work for you. If you want to get to a 10, sign up now so we can get that work and have some fun.